Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm doing a preview for Companion Quest, a game coming to crowdfunding on March 28th. And no disclaimer for crowdfunding coverage, we don't get any payment from publishers, we just want to help you make an informed decision. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So Companion Quest is a solo and cooperative dice placement game. I'm not entirely sure of what the theme is. I know that you are gnomes, and you're chasing this guy named Gugu, but in the rulebook they sent me, they didn't explain what he had done to you. Maybe he, stole your gnomish treasures. But putting that to the side, the key thing is if you catch him, you win, and if he gets out this portal, then you lose. And some things you do on your turn are going to cause him to move forward or stay where he is or even move backward, and then some things will also allow your pawn to move forward. So you got to catch him before he escapes. Now, how does it actually work? So the first part of your turn, you're going to gain dice of different colors up to your dice points. You're going to roll them all. You're going to place them on challenges and danger cards down here or on the quest up here. And while you're doing that, you can use these companions to adjust and mitigate your dice. And then you'll resolve all the Gugu stuff up here and the quest if you finished it, and you'll keep doing that until you win or lose. And in solo, you just have slightly different resources and effects that say they affect other players, affect you. Like, for example, each player gets a little starting gnome card. I'm playing Mumbles, and they have a matching companion, Melody, that's pictured here. And all of these gnome cards have a once per game power that can be used on another player, but in solo you use it on yourself. And also at the end of any of your turns, you can pass one of your leftover dice that you didn't place to another player, but in solo you can just hang on to a die at the end of the turn. So it kind of works out the same, but clearly there's no cooperation. You're just trying to beat things yourself. So let's go over the dice placement. So there's a few different places to put your dice, as I said. But first, you got to buy them. So the currently beaten quest card shows how many dice points you get per turn. At the beginning of the game, you get 3. I also start with 2 snacks. We'll get to those in a second. So I get 3 points worth of dice each round. And the dice on the left, blue, yellow, and red, and I'm sure these aren't the final dice because they look a little different than what's pictured on the cards. Blue, yellow, and red, they cost 1 dice point, so I could get 3 of those. And then green and volcanic or whatever those are, and purple magical dice, they cost 2 each. So you buy whatever dice you want, and then you roll them, and you can place them, first of all, on the quest. Well, actually, you don't place them on the quest, you just discard them. So let's say I had a 2 blue, I could do like that, and this little hat moves here, and then I would need a red that is even, and then a yellow that's even, then a blue that is odd. Kind of standard stuff. If you get to the end of the quest card, then at the end of your round, you're going to flip it over, you're going to gain some bonuses, and the big thing is you're going to start getting more dice points every turn. And that's the case for all of these, and this also moves you forward 1 towards Gugu. So in my experience, you really need to beat at least a few of the quest cards to have enough dice points to theoretically finish all the stuff you have to do. Now, then you have these challenge cards, some of which are danger cards. I didn't draw any of those, but they look like these and depict a foe. And the big thing with them is they have this little danger icon. And until you defeat them, the danger token goes on the quest card and you can't progress the quest. So dangers kind of get in your way. There's also the main way to change difficulty in the game. You can start with fewer or more danger cards in the deck of 12 cards that are mixed and matched together. Here I'm playing at standard difficulty with 2 dangers in there. But yeah, so you can freely place your dice on these challenge cards, and they'll have either specific colors or specific numbers or values you need to place. Some of them have special rules, like Outrun the Boulder says you can only place dice of 1 color per turn. So I can put multiple blue dice in 1 turn, but not a blue and a red in the same turn. Or you get things like this, Unlock the Chest, where this one has to be green, and the sum of these 2 dice has to equal that one. Or even either or choices, like with this one. And dice can hang out here between turns, and they actually stay on the card, which means they're not in the supply for you to buy. Whereas, again, when you move on the quest, you just discard the die and get to move the token. Now, why do you care about these? They don't give you as much of an immediate gain as progressing the quest all the way. But at the end of each turn, you assess how many of these you've beaten. If you've beaten none, which is going to be the case many times, then Gugu advances 1 towards the portal. So not finishing these up lets him escape. If you've beaten exactly 1 card, he just stays where he is. And if you manage to beat 2 cards in a single round, usually because you've set them up previously, then he actually goes backwards 1 space. And final rules to know, let me talk about companions and snacks and all that. So again, each player starts with a gnome and a companion. Then you've got this offer of 4 more companions. You start out with some snacks, 2 in solo. These companions are going to exhaust to use their powers. So like this one would let me re-roll a die or +1 to a die. Ignore that blue. This can be any die that it's modifying. So I can exhaust it to use its power. And then I can spend a snack to ready it. But additionally, this is the cool thing in the game. Anytime I place a blue die for the quest or on one of the challenges, then you also get to ready one of your blue companions for free. Now, only one, so if I had like Melody and Chip that both ready with blues, and I placed a blue die, I would have to pick which of them readies. But then for a snack, you can also get one of the companions from the offer, and then you immediately replace it. And finally, a snack will let you get and roll any one die of your choice, regardless of its cost. But snacks are pretty finite. You only get more from completing the quest, and if you beat all 4 challenges in a pile, you get a snack. But then that means you have fewer challenges to complete to stop him from escaping, so it's usually not a great thing to empty these out. But all right, that's about it, so let's jump right in. So the 2 could be anything. I usually want to progress the quest pretty quickly, even though I'm going to let him maybe get ahead a bit. So I definitely want at least 1 red and 1 yellow. And then my starting companion likes blues. Maybe I'll get a blue as well. And we'll just see what we get. So here we go. 1, 6, 6. Okay. Not a fantastic roll here. Doesn't match anything here. Doesn't match any of those values. Not great for that, since I would need lower numbers to add up to a green. But we can make it work. We can make it work. I'm going to use Melody to add 1 to a die. Let's make this red a 2. Sorry. Let's see, though. Can we make this work? I hate to think about using my gnome right away. He lets me change any die to any number, which is a great thing to hang on to. But I kind of want this 6 to be a 2 to make the rest of my turn work. So yeah, I'm going to use him right off the bat. That's a terrible idea because he is once per game. And again, normally you would have to use that on another player, but here, since I'm playing solo, I can use it myself. Okay, so before I use the blue, let's go ahead and add 1 to a die to make the red a 2. And by the way, if you add 2 dice that are at a 6, they wrap around to 1. If you subtract from a 1, it wraps around to 6. So you can kind of mess with dice values that way. But yeah, so I've exhausted that. Then I'm going to discard the blue to go to the 2, which gets Melody back. Discard the red to go to the even. Discard the yellow to go to the even. I'm going to try to rush this and just let that guy get away for a bit to increase the number of dice I'm rolling. And that'll be that. I don't have any dice to give to another player, or in Solo's case, save myself. I'm not going to use any snacks yet. So I didn't complete any challenges. Oh, he's getting away. Oh no. Okay, we're going to the next round. I think I'm just going to get all blues because Melody will activate with those. And I just need to get odd 4. So my chance of getting a 4 is pretty good. And again, I can use her like over and over as I keep on placing dice. So just give me some odds. Okay. I think that'll work great, actually. Yeah, because I can use her right now to make this 2 into a 3. Place the 1 to get her back. Tap this to make this 3 into a 4. Place the 5, get there, get it back, and then I guess I don't need to get it back again. I get to the end of the quest. Yay! Now, importantly, at the end of the round, when I advance the quest, all of these are going to get cleared out. So I do want to see if I want to buy any with my starting snacks for a second before they go away. So this one readies with yellow and rerolls up to 3 dice. I'd rather be able to set values. This one turns a die to any odd number. It's pretty dang good. Now, it does need one of the 2-value dice to ready, but I mean, gosh, that's a powerful ability. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to buy that one with a snack. Okay, and who else is here? Peppy, -1 to a die. It's actually pretty solid, especially with Melody giving me +1 to a die. Yeah, you know what? Let's buy Peppy too, because again, these ones will be gone in a second. All right, but that's all my snacks, and we're going to stop there. So the quest gets resolved first. So I flip this over. It says I move 1, and I get to discard all the companions and draw 4 new ones. And then you get different bonuses based on player count. That symbol means I get to take 1 companion from the new offer, and I get a snack. So I'm going to have a bunch of buddies all of a sudden. And now I get 4 dice points per round, which should make me maybe be able to finally beat these that I've been ignoring. All right, so what new person do I want? Ooh, Luffy lets me ready a yellow or a blue companion, both of which are really solid for me for dice mitigation right now. And it's a red, which would give me like 1 of each of the basic colors, which you tend to use quite a bit. Yeah, Zap has the same one as Felix. That doesn't seem smart. Liberty seems a little bit too limited, just going to 2. So sure, let's go ahead and get Luffy for my free one. And then I've still got a snack to buy another one. +1 to all dice could be good in some boards. But okay, we'll stop there. Well, let's not forget that Gugu did move forward still because we didn't beat any of these. All right, so now we need to do, this one's a little shorter. Yellow, and then some of the ones that Felix is good for, although they do cost more. But, we might want to actually do some of these to stop him from getting away. Let's see. Unlock the chest and difficult choice could both use greens. I might eventually want to get those. Wait, what if I do like 1, 2, 3? Sorry, well, 2, 3, 4, I should say. Gives me a chance of getting unlock the chest, although I won't accomplish anything if that's all I do. So maybe not. Maybe I do just keep hammering the quest and just try to get to the most points possible. So I would need 1, 2, 3, and then what do I work on? Maybe I still get a blue to maybe put on Outrun the Boulder or a difficult choice. Okay, so here we go, and okay, I can work with that. Oh, actually, the yellow 3 is perfect. But do I want to use Peppy for -1 to a die? I want to get that to a 4 if possible. Oh, it's sufficient work. Fine. What if I do -1? No. Let me do Felix. Turn any die to an odd number, because I'm about to get him back if I place that down. I'll make this into a 5. Then I'll use Peppy -1 to a die to make this into a 4. Then when I put down the 3, I get Peppy back. And then when I put down the 4, I get Felix back. So there we go. No Mustafus, got all my people available. And then here, I'll start working on Outrun the Boulder. So I'll do Melody for +1 to a die. And I'll put it on Outrun the Boulder, which gets Melody back. So I got all my friends, good to go. But Gugu is going to be on the last space. So I got to catch him sometime. Yeah, it means like next turn I got to beat at least one of these and maybe advance on that as well. We'll see if that's possible. All right, bye-bye. All right, so I want 3, 4. So let me get this to maybe advance that. Plus, I can't do the same. Or yeah, I can't do different colors. So if I wanted to complete that, I need to get like 2 yellows or 2 reds or something. Yeah, I definitely put myself in kind of a harsh situation here. Let's go like that and see what happens. Give me a 3 and a 4. Okay, those are, variations of that number. Oh, I think I can make this work. So I need to... I need to make that into a 3, and then these into a 3 and a 4. So let's use Felix to turn that all the way into a 3. Let's use Peppy to turn that into a 4. And let's use Melody to turn that into a 3. Those are all the values I needed. And then when I advance with that, I get Felix back. And I've got 2 reds to play. So Luffy can unexhaust Melody or Peppy. So let's do 1, place 1 red, which gets him back. Do another, and place the other red. So yeah, once again, I have all my companions ready to go. And finally, this guy's not going to advance, and I'm 1 away from completing the quest. Which does mean I need to one-shot another challenge and get a red. But we'll see if we can do that. All right, so yeah, he does not move because I completed a challenge. And we got our first danger, so we can't actually finish that this turn. What's this one say? Heavily armored mouse. So for dangers, you just need to have your dice add up to their health value. But this one says -1 to any die you place on this danger. So I would need a minimum. Usually you need a minimum of 3 dice. So here, like, what, a 5, 5, 5? No, that wouldn't be enough. I need like a 6, 5, 5. Geez. What I will say, the nice thing about them is that I don't need any other colored dice. So I can get 4 basic dice. Let's get a little bit of everything. And maybe 1 more blue. Sure. All right, here we go. Those were not the super high results I was hoping for. They're also not good for difficult choice. I mean, I can use Peppy to make the 1 into a 6. Let's do that. And then when I put it down and it becomes a 5, I still ready Peppy, so that's good. But then if the 5 becomes a 4, that would be 9. I would need another 5. The 3 is not enough. I could use Melody to re-roll a die. Or I could be 100% sure and increase that twice using Luffy. Yeah, that'll work, right? So I can use Melody to increase that to a 4. Use Luffy to bring him back. I'm saying Luffy because of One Piece. Maybe it's Luffy. Use Melody again to bring that to a 5. Oh, and then I just get them right both back. Yeah, because boom, boom. Those go down to 4, 4. But that is enough to defeat the dude. Oh, and now I have a blue. I should have gotten a red because I think you can immediately... Like the danger immediately goes away and you can immediately do the quest again. All right, now here's an important detail that I haven't actually used yet. I can keep this die and it'll get re-rolled so it won't stay as a 2, which seems to make sense because I don't need it for anything right now. I don't want to adjust it a ton. So I'll get a free die plus the 4 I buy in this blue next turn. So let's do that, but we do get to see what this is. He doesn't move because we beat the challenge. Ooh, that needs 4 dice. That's expensive. All right, so I need at least 1 red that I get to a 6, which might be kind of tough. That's 1. If I'm going to do unlock the chest, I need a green and a couple more. Or I could go for those, but that's even more expensive. But yeah, let's go for unlock the chest. It seems to be the cheapest option. So that's 1, 2, 3. And I already have a blue. I could go for another red. Yeah, I mean, it seems to make sense, right? To make sure I can get that. Okay. Especially because Luffy kind of gives me mitigation with all of these guys when I place red dice. Okay. Oh, that's good, right? I needed a red 6, so that's fantastic. And the green is a pretty high value for unlock the chest. Now, these also being high values, that's not good at all. So, okay. Well, I know we can use the red to do the thing. So I almost feel like I should use Melody to reroll, or I could use Felix just to turn a die to any other value. I won't be able to untap him anytime soon, but that might make sense. Yeah, because actually, if I do this and turn the red into a 1, where is it? Then 1 plus 4 equals 5, already good to go. Although I'm placing all of these dice, is there not any way to do that without leaving Felix untapped? Because let's say I use like Melody to raise that up to a 6, and then Peppy to lower that to a 4, and then Luffy to get one of them back, and then I can lower it to a 3. Is that too many? Okay, help me remember. 4, 5, 5, and see if I do this correctly. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to try raising this to a 6, because I want that to be higher, and lowering that to a 4, and then I'm going to get that back and lower that to a 3. I'm going to place the 6 to finish off the quest. That gets Luffy back, and Luffy will make Peppy back. Peppy will lower this to also be a 3. And then when I place all these, I'm going to get Luffy back from the red. I'm going to get... Okay, so I end up with Peppy untapped instead of Felix, but I think that's better because he's harder to get back and he has more powerful power. And that'll let me finish off unlock the chest. So that he doesn't get away, and I'll still have finished the quest off. Cool. All right, so do I want to buy any people before I get rid of the market? I don't think I do. I'm going to keep my current 1 snack. All right, so we get out of Snowcano, and we go 1 to the right. He stays put because we beat... Oh, sorry, we got to discard unlock the chest. We beat unlock the chest. Ah, shoot, there's the other... Danger. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. And I get just a snack this time, so I've got 2. But now I can use 5 points of dice. Heck to the yes. That's clearly way better. Because you don't need to beat all the quests to catch up to him. If I can beat, 2 this turn, boom, and then 2 next turn, boom, or probably more likely to be setting up across multiple turns, but it's possible to just clear these all out and get him that way. But yeah, Stone Golem has blue, yellow, or red dice placed on him. So if I got like all 6s and like 5s and 4s, it would still take at least 3 of them. Or I could just do a couple of those and get like 4 and 3, but of course that would cost 4 points to defeat. Oh, and in the Odd Oasis, some of these have power, some don't. This one says 1s cannot be reduced and 6s cannot be increased. So you can't wrap around dice while you're in here. And that's not just for this quest, that's for like everything. All right, let's see who our new potential friends are, because I've got 2 snacks. Thoth, flip up to 2 dice, then you may -1 to a die. That's a super powerful ability, and only for blue. -2 or +2 to a die. Then you may do this again. Whoa, Wormlet. But again, that's the same as Felix. Lopsy also doubles up. Ready a companion, then you re-roll a die. Oh, that's pretty dang good. And then Nom Nom is -3 to a die. Although when we can't wrap around, that's not quite as good. So we'll just bring him down to a 1. All right. I'm thinking I want to kill one of these 2. So let's get like 2 of these for 4 of my 5, since they'll also combo well with Felix. And maybe if I get like that Wormlet guy or Lopsy. And then should I grab a blue as well to like work on this, or potentially this, or even like Time is Slipping? Sure. Let's see what we get. Okay, 4 and 2 is not enough to kill the golem without some assistance. But of course, that's easily fixed. 3 going down to 1 is not great. We could get it started on Time is Slipping, though. Although, what is it? It's something plus something. So that would be like a minimum 2 is equal to something minus something. The max that could be is 5. So having a 3 here would limit us quite a bit in what the other values could be. All right, well, let's see. How about... How about Felix turns this into a 5, right? Because that's an odd number. And then we place 1, which brings him back. Ooh, and then I can turn the blue into a 1. Maybe we do advance the quest. Try to get to the final land. And then I can place this to get him back again. And we defeat the Stone Golem so we don't advance. Although, again, we're going to run out of cards. But no more of them will be dangers. Oh, wait, crud. I'm sorry. Well, it wouldn't have mattered, right? Because I didn't use Melody. Because I would have had to wait until I defeat him before I could use the blue die. But yeah, same thing. It's okay. All right, so that's the end of that round. I do have 2 snacks to use like for extra dice or things when I want to. What is this? Falling fish. Place dice in descending order. So like if it's a 6 here, 5, 3, 1 would be fine. You have to do them in order. There are some cards that have like arrows where like this die has to go before that die, but here I can put them down in any order I want. What worries me is that these need 4, these need 4. The easier version of this needs 4 because for green and whatever that is, the leopard print, or 3. So it'd be tough to like try to beat these and do other stuff. Oh, and crap, this needs a green to advance. I mean, what I could do is spend one of my snacks for the green die so that I can like really get working on these while also doing that. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. So I'm not gonna get that. Sorry, I'm gonna get 2 blues to maybe do that as well as that. So 2 blues, and then let's get like 1 of each other one. Wait, so that's only 4, and maybe 1 more blue. Sure, 1 more blue, and then. Well, I guess I get to roll them first, and we'll see how things look, but I think I'm going to spend for a green. Oh, okay, those are higher values. I mean, the 5 could go there. The 2 is pretty easy to do there. How do I get the yellow to be a 2? Oh, that's right, I can do this. This is super easy. Yeah, because I can do 6, 5, 4, 2. And I could use Felix to make that into a 1. Well, let's still go for the plan, because I need to see how much I need to modify. So I'm going to spend this to get a green for free, although not really free, because that's an entire companion I'm missing out on. That's not what I wanted. Oh, that kind of is what I wanted. Yeah, because I can use Peppy. So, no, I can't. Crud, because this lets me not reduce. Shoot. Well, here, let's use my other snack. I think this guy is so strong, I'm going to get him. I'm going to get Thoth. It lets me flip up to 2 dice and then -1 a die. Let's see. Here's everything. So I just need those to be in order, but I want this to be a 6, and I want one of the blues to be a 1. So let's use Thoth to flip that to a 6, and then I want this to be a 3, or no, this to be a 2, and then I'll subtract 1 from this to be a 1. So that takes care of the 2 quest ones. Then these need to be in ascending order, which means I also need to do that to get that to be a 5, and then I should be getting everybody back, right? Even more so than I need, because 2 blues will get them back, and the yellow, yeah, cool. So I'm getting every single, oh, sorry, I didn't replace this. I'm getting every single companion back with this. Yes, that was pretty good. Boom, boom. Gets me almost to the end here, and wait, it's doom gets me all of that. Now this pile only has 1 card left in it, so again, like you can't just keep doing these forever and kind of biding your time, but Gugu does not advance. That's good. What's our new one? Unstable portal. Finally, something that needs a purple die. You cannot place dice of the same number on this challenge. Oh, that's super easy. Yeah, that's incredibly easy, I think. Okay. Now, the big thing here is I got tons of mitigation, but I have no way to add more dice. So, like, if I want to beat something this turn, this would take me 4 points worth. This would take me 3. So I think I just go all out for that, while also trying to get a 6 for that, and just hope I have enough mitigation and dice changing powers to make it work. Because this one still has, yeah, that's the first card for that one. So okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do this to try to get the 6 and try to get 5, 3, 2 specifically. God, this is, yeah. Now I can't do green, orange. Okay, whatever. See how this goes. I just need to roll well here and then use my powers. Okay. That one's good. That's exactly right. That's 1 away. That I can use like Felix on. The green's way off. All right, so let's see here. We'll use Peppy to... We got to reduce that, right? And then we can put the 2 here to get Peppy back. All right, and then... Thoth? Melody? Gosh. Well, you know what? I could save the green for next turn. So let's not worry about, like, destroying myself to make that work. I just need to get that down to a 3. I'm going to get a blue back and then a red back, which would be enough to decrease it twice. Or flip it. Or even just use Melody to re-roll it. Would that be good? And I could always do Felix just to make it a 3, but then I won't have him, which seems like a bad thing. What if I re-roll it? Let's take a chance. Come on. Oh, okay. Wait. Is that? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So what was I gonna? So I use that to get him back, and then do I want to do No, I'm not going to try to get it to be a 6. So I'll just put that, even though it's not readying anybody. So that will finish it off. And I do have everybody good to go. And this is hanging out for next turn when I'll spend what I need to make it a 6, I guess. But let's see what this is. Bullseye. Okay. So this one, you have to do the 5 and the 5 before the 1. That sucks. I think I'm going to go for Unstable Portal this turn. So I get 5 points worth. I'm going to get that and then 2 of anything, but I also got the green. I think I'll get the reds, right? Because that lets me use Luffy's power. Oh, and that's only 4. I can actually do one more. Wow. Oh wait, let's get a blue as well, because maybe I can finish the quest. So let's not do 2 reds. Let's do like that. I don't know. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Okay. That's not a 6. That is a 1 though, so that part's good at least. And these can't be the same value, so just increasing that will make the Unstable Portal easy enough. What's my best way to make that into a friggin' 6? I hate to say it. I think I'm going to use Felix to make that a 5. Kind of wasteful. And then I use Melody to make it a 6. And then I'll go ahead and put that down because I don't have any companions that trigger off of green anyway. And then I can ready Melody by putting the 1 down to finish the quest. And then use Melody to make this into, I don't know, a 2. And then she'll get ready from that. So only Felix is tapped. And yeah, we're good for that one. So cool. We are, oh crud, we finished that pile. Shoot. Now we do get a cookie. We do get a cookie or a snack. And we get to flip this. So if we can just get 2 cards finished in 1 turn, but they have to be from these piles, then we'll catch him. And we get another snack. Oh, and all the things go away. But we get 6 dice a turn, or 6 points worth of dice a turn. So come on, we can do this. We can maybe do this. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to... Oh, what's it say? The first time you roll dice in your turn, re-roll all odd numbers. Okay, that's all right. So I don't have Felix, but I have these +2 to a die. Turn an even die to an odd die. That seems super useful, especially with like the odd re-rolling thing. And, oh, it doesn't say which value, so as long as it's even, it can be anything. So, like, not quite as good as Felix, but almost as good for a red. Turn that kind of die to any number. I'm not going to buy those. And return a blue die, then gain and roll a 2-cost die. No. I just want to do these, but that takes 7 dice. I can get 6, but I can get up to 8, and I can win this turn. Or, you know, I don't have to do it all at once. If I can, like, finish one of these 2, and then get several dice on this one, and then next turn finish, like, 2 in a row, that might be the safer bet. So let's go for it. What do I need? I need red, yellow, blue, red, yellow. So I feel, maybe I just do 2 of each, or do I do, yeah, let's try 2 of each. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. It's a lot of high values. We got both. Oh, actually, this is great. We can easily defeat the bullseye. Although the values are not necessarily what I want for other stuff. But yeah, let's try this. Okay, so I'm going to use Melody to increase this to a 1. Because now we can... oh, wait, crud. I had to re-roll all my even numbers. So my 5s that were so nice are still a 5 and close to a 5. Good. So Melody, wrap this around to a 1. Okay. You know, here, actually, let's like bring these over so you can actually see what my thought process is all at once. Okay. So if I put the 5 down, I can get Melody back. And then if I use Melody, or maybe let's actually use Peppy to make this into a 5. Because I don't want a high value for that if I'm going to put it there. Hold on. I don't want to. Let's use Luffy to get Peppy back. Then I'll put the 5 down. Okay, so what do I want? I want these to be lower values, this to be really big, and that to be, like, not as big. Oh, I'm sorry, that readied him from the red die I placed. So this should be doable. I mean, if I flipped that with another Melody, or if I flipped it with Thoth. Yeah, actually, what about that? I'll flip Thoth, so I can flip up to 2 dice. I'm going to flip both of these. And then I can subtract 1 from a die. I'm going to do that. And then clearly I'll get everybody back. But yeah, look at this. I'm getting bullseye finished. And then 1 plus 1 equals 2 equals something minus 3. So I just need a 5 for that one, which seems, you know, fairly doable with the stuff I got. And then I just need to finish whatever bullseye has. And I'll be able to win next turn because that goes away. And we get a new option, puzzling directions. Ooh. So that would just cost me 4. And I could get Felix back, which would let me get the 5 automatically. So that seems fine. So yeah, let's get... So sorry, he didn't move because we completed 1. So let's get... Oh, not that. That and that is 2. And then I just need like something over here. It doesn't really matter. Let's get a red and a yellow. All right, and this should be all she wrote. If we can roll okay. Oh, I got to reroll all my odds. Crud. That's terrible for this, isn't it? Ooh. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's fine. Well, if I flip an even die, it becomes an odd die, correct? Yeah, so let's use Thoth to flip that to a 1 and that to a 5. And then I can subtract 1 from a die. Oh, well, that's even easier than I thought. I can make that a 5. And then odd, odd. 5 minus 3 equals 2. And boom, when you complete 2 in a single turn, yay, we catch him. So that's how the game could end. Now, if I could have just held him off and completed this one, then I would have, of course, moved on to his space and also won. So that's kind of the two ways the game can go. But that is Companion Quest. So what do I think about this one? Things I like. The dice placement and the dice mitigation. I tend to like these kind of games, and I think that the really cool element of this one, because, some of it is kind of basic and similar to other games, I love that the mitigation powers get to be used again by placing certain dice. So when you're thinking through which dice you buy and like what you need to place them on, you're also considering how you can recur your powers and use them over and over again to have a lot of control over the board so that the luck doesn't matter as much. I think that's awesome. I think that's easily the best thing about the game, the thing you might want to look into it for. I think these companions are really neat. I also think there's some pretty good variety. I'm not sure if what they sent me is everything that's in the game, but they have 2 different versions of each of the stages. So not like crazy varied, but a little bit. And again, some of them have different powers or no powers at all. Then they have a bunch of these cards that I didn't use and a ton of danger cards. So these will change up. And you can see that they do have kind of different stuff going on. So they're not the exact same every time. So that's all pretty nice. Now, what are some concerns and potential negatives about the game? First of all, I do find that the strategy you saw me following here has, at least for me, been the most successful strategy. I tend to try to get to stage 3 or stage 4 and then move the guy backwards to win. I think you just have too few dice to win any other way in the earlier stages. So there might be a little bit of repetition. Now, is that like a solo issue? Is that just a, groupthink issue where I'm not trying other ways to win? Maybe. But yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. And also, as you can imagine, sometimes the dice just suck and don't roll what you need at all. Now, eventually you do, as you saw, get a lot of mitigation, but I've had games where I just lost terribly, especially early on, because the dice didn't help me at all and I didn't have enough powers to make them work. Now, usually you have lots of places for the dice to go, so it's not like you're locked in and needing exactly one result at exactly one time. But like I said, I find you kind of need to advance the quest to succeed, and these sometimes can be limiting if you don't have ways to easily work around things. So yeah, it's a dice game. It's always going to have some randomness in it. But yeah, if you're interested, the game again should be crowdfunding March 28th. So you can check out the page, see if you like what you see. But thanks for watching, everybody. And a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, Jay Willie MF, Pedro Lucas, Nick Skeen, Steve Wren, Miles, and Wayne Scott. We'll see you at the next stop.